Welcome to SimbaviTravels, and this time we're traveling Lisbon. This is episode 4 of our Portugal series. Do like, share, comment and subscribe. So let's start with day 1 in Lisbon. Good morning viewers, and this is day 4 of our Portugal trip and we are currently in Lisbon. So we drove to Lisbon yesterday from Porto, and on the way, like I told you, we went to 2 small towns, one Azores and the next one was, Avi, what was the next one we went to? Peninsula. The next one was Peninsula. They were both exotic, beautiful and something that I would tell all viewers who are doing a road trip to Portugal to do. Now we had actually booked ourselves into another hostel because I was thinking that this is going to be an entire trip of being in hostels, but the hostel that we reached last night didn't really meet our criteria of good hostel, right? But I don't want to say that it's not nice. It's a beautiful hostel. It's called the Sunset Destination Hostel in Lisbon. It's perfectly placed. It's right in the middle of downtown and it's right next to the Time Out food hall. So it's great. Everything was beautiful except the room was really tiny, and I think now that me and Avi have grown up, we need a private room, we need our own bathroom. So we tried to avoid that. We cancelled our booking on booking.com, which is very easy to do. And then we booked ourselves into a Luxe Lisbon hotel. I will show you clips of the hotel. It's absolutely stunning. And we woke up in the new hotel and we had a really good breakfast. And now we're here, we're starting our day in Lisbon, and this is the first stop that we've made. And I just want you to look around. It is gorgeous. Park. And the reason why we got the Luxe Lisbon Park Hotel is it's rooftop. So the rooftop has a jacuzzi, but not only that, it has a heated pool, and which was the best reason that anyone can pick this hotel for. So why don't you go ahead and just see what the rooftop looks like. Pool here is literally open the entire day and all the way up to 10 o'clock. So the night that we drove in, we were so hungry, but even before that, it had been a year that me and Avi had actually gotten into a pool since we left California and came to Amsterdam. So we jumped in right ahead and we had a blast. It was so relaxing and just so fulfilling. So we started our day with some really yummy breakfast. Now the Lisboa Park Hotel has an amazing buffet in the morning, and I really recommend that you stay at this hotel. It was yummy food. We would start with a luxurious breakfast and then head out. So first things first, when you're in Lisbon, you have to set out to go see some sightseeing. And that's exactly what we did. We went out, found ourselves some parking, which did take a minute. And there you see me, I found some strawberries, so I had to munch on those while Avi was finding the parking. And once we found that, we landed at our first stop, which you will see just in a second. Articles I read before I got to Portugal, I was told that the one monument that you should definitely see is the Torre de Belém. Now this monument actually represents a fusion of architecture. So lots of different styles of architecture, including Gothic architecture, Moorish architecture and Romanesque architecture, all in one architectural design. And it's just a marvel to watch. You can see it is full of crowds. You have all of these beautiful artists playing music, and
of course we have one who's playing the violin today, and it's right on the Lisbon quay. It's right by the water. You have to come, enjoy some wine, enjoy some pina colada, and just have a blast. It's so much fun to take in just what Lisbon has to offer.
So this entire monument is lined with these stalls. Whether it's pina colada, coffee, wine, you can enjoy all of it with a beautiful view. Now I do remember spending almost an hour here, enjoying the crowds, listening to the music and looking out at the water and just admiring this really gorgeous monument. And if I were you, I would give myself some time at this monument and just take it in at my own leisurely pace and just enjoy it all.
Distance from the Boram to the next monument, and this monument is called the Patrão dos Descobrimento. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And this monument basically reflects all the explorers and the adventurers, Portuguese or otherwise. It also has Vasco da Gama, who was an Indian, represented on this monument. It's beautiful, it overlooks the water, and it just has so much pride when you look at it. It basically reflects all of the energy and all of the pride these adventurers and explorers who must have gotten once they actually found new land.
I just absolutely love this monument, and the best was that when we started this day it was really gloomy and grey, and as we reached this monument you can see the sun came out, and literally Avi and I enjoyed the water, enjoyed the bridges and the sailboats in the background and this giant monument, and it was just lovely to sit on those cobbled streets and just have so much fun. Look at that water and look at the sun reflecting on it. It was beautiful. And then Avi actually got my attention to what was going on in the background. Do you see these small sailboats and these men? Oh my god, they're actually having a competition of who will win on that sailboat. These are electric small sailboats and they're just so cute.
So I'm standing at a tram station for tram 28 right next to the Basilica di Estrada, and you can hear the beautiful church bells. It's just exquisite. And from here we're going to take tram 28, which is the tram that goes by the city of Lisbon, and it shows you all the castles and all the churches and all the historic towns. So we've been recommended that you have to sit on tram 28 and view Lisbon in its true sense. So come along and let's hop on to tram 28.
So as you see, we got on to tram 28 from the Basilica, and Lisbon is actually made on 7 hills. So this tram 28 takes you up the hill and takes you down the hill, finally drops you off at the square, where you can then start walking all the streets of Lisbon. And the streets of Lisbon have so much to offer. You have these gorgeous murals that have been painted by artists. Now just look at the colors they've used and look at how huge these paintings are, and just imagine and wonder how they would have done them. And then of course the tiles are everywhere in Lisbon, right? And then you will see these weird things like this car jutting out of nowhere on a store. And people are not walking cats and dogs that you would assume. This person that we saw was actually walking a pig. Can you imagine? They have a pig as their pet. That's just so cute. And then it's something that's going to excite all the men. We actually saw a street where there were bras hanging on top of these wires. Now, why would someone hang so many bras off of a wire? And then we guys got on to walking some more, and then we saw a funnel which is actually spray painted with all these neon colors, and it was so exciting for Avi and I to click photos around it. Just go ahead and enjoy it as much as we did. Now, after walking so much around town, you can only imagine that I wanted some lunch. So I found myself this really cute place called Lost Inn. And you just have to see the views of Lisbon from this hidden treasure.
Hi, so after getting onto tram 28, we walked around the district and then we felt hungry. So I found this really cozy spot on top of the mountain where you can see a gorgeous view. It's really colorful. It's a fusion of a Mediterranean and an Asian restaurant. I would love to show you the view in just a second. But I have ordered this really yummy, it sounds yummy, I'm waiting for it. It's a tofu curry with some rice, and Avi got a falafel burger, and we've got some roasted potato wedges. So hungry.
So while I ordered my food and waited for it, I just wanted to take videos of how this place really looked. They have made this place so bright and so colorful, from the cushions to the chairs that you sit on. And then just look at that view. It's absolutely gorgeous. And in the background, you will see, images of Krishna, which is actually Indian Lord. And of course, I had to stand next to that mural and get a photo. And there are lots of these sculptures that are put around, and it's just really beautiful. Once we got done with all the eating, we went out for an evening stroll. And my first stop was the Pink Street. Yes, it's called the Pink Street because the entire floor is painted pink. It's so bright and colorful. And I've been told that this used to be, in the day, a red light district. Today, of course, it's not. It has lots of cafes. After we got done with that place, we actually went and saw the Lisbon balcony, as they call it. So right in the center is this water fountain, lots and lots of these benches to sit on. You can see all of Lisbon from this height. It's right on top of the hill. You can see the castle across. And lots of artists sit around this place. And me and Avi actually bought one of our paintings of Lisbon from the Lisbon balcony. There was this really nice artist sitting there painting away, and we loved her work, and we just went ahead and grabbed one of her paintings and got it home, and it was huge, and I got really lucky because the air hostess allowed me to carry it back home because the size of that painting was really big. Yes, that one right in the middle. Isn't it gorgeous? And of course we stood there, and Avi and I had some coffee, and we just looked out. Before we actually stopped one of the tuk-tuks to take us to this amazing viewpoint, which is called the sunset viewpoint. Now, once we got there, we realized that ours was not the only tuk-tuk. Apparently, it's a tradition that when the sun is about to set, almost 30 minutes before that, all the tuk-tuks from around Lisbon carry their guests all the way up to this mountain top to see the best sunset over those houses with orange tops. It's just awesome. Now, the scene on the mountain is just amazing. You can only see all those crowds that place filled up with, right? And not only the crowds, you have all of these vendors selling like bottles of wine and wafers and cheese and everything that you can just have a beautiful time overlooking the sunset, overlooking all of those houses with orange rooftops, and just enjoying the company of this huge ongoing party that you suddenly seem to be invited to. So it's like everyone from town came to the party and you're invited to it. And just look at those colors. I mean, it was bright, it was orange, it was burning sun. And down below, it was all of Lisbon saying goodbye to that beautiful day and calling in that night. After that lovely sunset, it was now time to see all of Lisbon when the sun goes down and the night comes up. And you can just see all of Lisbon lights up. Like the buildings are so beautifully lit. And it literally seems like you came to a different city altogether. Because you can see all the graffitis and all the murals and all these jazzy lights. I mean, they're pink and they're purple. Look at those streets with all the people out on them and having a blast. Now we needed some food again, and this time we went to Cafe MARZANO. This was a lovely Italian cafe. Just look at that bar. Isn't it just gorgeous? And the best was that we sat on the first floor and our server did not come up from the stairs. She actually came up from a ladder that was connecting the ground floor to the first floor bar. And from the ladder, she asked us for our meals for that evening. And me and Avi were just amazed. It was so cute. So after we finished that lovely Italian meal, it was time to become night owls. And so we walked the various streets of Lisbon with all the crowds out walking with us at these different cafes, different bars, different clubs. And it was just so exciting. Our first stop was this small place for fado music. Yes, when you're in Portugal, you need to listen to their famous music, which is called the Portuguese fado music. And for that, we landed at this really cute and really local spot for fado. Go ahead and listen to these amazing singers.
Peninsula, talvez frio. Vou pedalarei se não quiser. Não me importa que queres ir comigo. Vou pedalarei se não quiser. Não me importa que queiras ir comigo.
Chorai, chorai, poetas do meu país, troncos da mesma raiz, da vida que nos juntou.
And finally, Avi and I end the night at the Lisbon nightclub. Oh my god, don't miss those moves. And with my husband whistling away to glory, thank you so much for watching SimbaviTravels. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe, and look forward to many more videos such as this.